everybody, welcome to our afternoon yoga. Let's sit down on your sits bones, relaxing your body down, letting yourselves to breathe. Take a few breaths through your nose. Try to even out your inhale and your exhale. Just observing how things are going today. And let's bring both arms up to the ceiling. Take a look up. Try to release your shoulders down. Try to release your sits bones down. And as you exhale, namaste. So we're going to squeeze your hands together. We're going to bring your shoulders back. Try to lengthen your backs. Try to shift your weight forward towards your sits bones. Again, just taking a few easy breaths. The next inhale, arms up. And with the following exhale, release your hands down, release your arms. Let's try to rest the head down. Relax yourself. So I would like you guys to be able to sit cross-legged for a little bit. So if at this point it feels like it's a little uncomfortable, do grab some kind of a prop, anything you can find, a pillow, couple of books stuck together, or anything that would elevate your sits bones, and that's gonna make your hips and your legs more comfortable. Feel free also to switch the legs, whichever one is in front is in the back. Or also you may want to bring your feet forward so the angle in your knee is not as sharp. And let's go one more time like that. Breathing in, arms up. So try to release the shoulders down towards your hips. Looking upwards. Again, the namaste. As you squeeze your hands together, try to bring your shoulders back at the same time. Also try to send your shoulder blades down towards your lower back. Feel how flat and wide your upper back can be, how strong your back can be. It's like if somebody's hands pushing you forward and upwards, forward and upwards. And release with the next exhale. And now we're gonna bring your right arm up, left hand. As you exhale, try to open the space between your ribs, bringing your torso to the side. So again, you want to plant your sits bones into the floor. Make the opening in between the ribs, in between the hip and whatever is on your side. The other hand is on the floor, but there is almost no weight on it. With the next inhale, we're going to change the arms. So place your hand down, bring the other arm up. Again, do try to keep your shoulder all the way down. And as you exhale, again, the lateral stretch, what they call it, the side body stretch. Try to keep your hip down. Try to keep your ribs open with the shoulder down. The head, if you let it hang too much, it's probably not going to feel comfortable. So what I usually try to do, I try to align my head with the line of my spine. And the next inhale. One more time, arms up. Lengthen the side upwards to the ceiling. So just reaching up through the fingertips, grounding yourself down through the hip, expanding the line of your torso. And the other side goes the same way. So do ground your hip down, do reach up through the fingertips, do keep the shoulder where it is. And both arms reaching. So it's not really the arms that I'm reaching, to be honest with you. It's really the back that I'm trying to open up. I'm trying to expand it sideways. Also, I'm trying to reach upwards with the upper back and sink the sits bones into the floor at the same time. So the stomach, bring it slightly forward. The breastbone, bring it slightly forward. So your back is arching a little bit. Next, inhale, do the real arch now. And as you exhale, let's send you into the forward bend. So allow your hands to go down. and allow your head to go down. Those two body parts actually gonna take you down into the forward bend as needed. Just how much your body can go down, that's how far those two will take you. So again, take 3 or 4 or 5 breaths, whatever is needed, just to notice that the body actually relaxes on its own if you don't bother. Try to have your body going down towards the floor because the gravity is pulling you down. With every exhale, you want to make sure that there are some small or not so small muscles. Let go, let go, let go, let go. And with the next inhale, let's have you come up. And we're gonna get you onto all fours on your hands and knees. So try, you guys, to have your knees situated under your hips, your hands under your shoulders, and we're gonna exhale, round your legs. And when you breathe in, bring your tailbones up, nose up, shoulders back. I'm gonna do 4 of them. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. In. Exhale. Inhale. And the last one. Exhale. So it's really the stomach that's pushing your back up. And as you inhale, it's like imagine yourself as a turtle. Like you really want to look up, but this thing on your back does not let it. And now, we're gonna keep the weight on your lower body the way it is. Try to make your body flat by pulling the abdominals up towards your back and flattening your upper back. And now we're gonna have one hand moving towards the middle of your mat. The other arm is gonna expand up towards the ceiling. So I would like you guys to reach up with that arm at the same time as you're pressing down with the other one. But the leg's gonna bear even amount of your weight. Again, the more you're able to pull the shoulder to your hip and out, the better it's gonna be. And so going on the other side, the same exact way. Nose and your hand are aligned. Extending the other one up. Widening the middle of the back. Reaching up. Pressing down. Exhale. And now, let me have you guys bring your hands slightly forward. Tuck your toes under. And you go into the downward dog, the perfect triangle. So the heels don't have to touch the floor. The tailbone has to reach up. And as you breathe in, knees gonna go down. Untuck your feet and allow your body to fold itself down on your legs. And I would like you guys to repeat it like maybe 2 or 3 times. Let's figure out the breathing now. I'm gonna flip myself over so maybe it's easier for you to see me here. And again, the feet, try to have them relaxed when you're not using them. Hands down on the floor. Move your hands a little bit forward from underneath your shoulders. Tuck the toes under. Exhale, spread your fingers wide. All 5 of them you will need. Pushing the floor away from you simultaneously as you pressing your heels towards the floor, lifting your tailbones up. And breathe in. Knees down. Putting them down gently using your abdominal muscles. Exhale. Child's pose. So the child's pose could be a tricky thing to do, especially if your knees are not all that bendable. I suggest put something behind your knees, a pillow, a folding towel, or anything soft that can sustain the weight and also prevent the knee from bending all the way. And also separating of your knees will help as well. If, however, you have no problems doing it, keep going. So the next inhale, again all fours. tucking the toes under, simultaneously pressing your arms through the floor, pressing your heels towards the floor, getting the tailbones up. Breathing in, knees down. Untucking your feet. Child's pose. Breathing in all fours. Tucking the toes under. Exhale. Reaching for the floor with the heels. Breathing. Knees down. Child's pose. And now, all fours. Let's extend your right leg back. As you exhale, the foot comes forward. And I would like it to you guys to land right in between your hands. However, if it did not land there, take your ankle and move it forward. So your foot actually is in one line with your hands. Now, engage your abdominals. Extend the arms in front of you. You back up. Looking up to the ceiling. Exhale. Namaste. See if you can press your foot down into the floor. Lift up through the hip. Again, slightly arch your back. As the arms go up, don't forget that the shoulders go down. As you put your hands in the Namaste, nothing is changing in your back. Everything is still very strong and engaged. And the next inhale, again, arms up. You're going to frame your foot. And what you're going to do now, engage your abdominals, slide that knee back. You back onto all fours. And then here we go, the other leg extends. As you exhale, the foot comes forward. If it's not where you want it to be, take your time, move it forward. Arms up. Slide back, bend shoulders down. Again, going into that Namaste thing. I think the hardest part is to achieve the stillness and control over the body without hurting yourself, of course. So just try to have all the large muscle groups working together, supporting you. Allowing the breath to be adjusting the body. And allow the muscles to be moving with the breath. Again, arms up. As you exhale, frame your foot. And you back onto the fours. And now one more time, I would like you guys to get into the downward dog. So move your hands slightly forward from underneath your shoulders. Spread your fingers wide. Before we get into that, let's push the floor away, and you're gonna engage your upper arms. Push the shoulders towards your hips right away, even before you get yourself into the downward dog. Now, once you start feeling like your rib cage is almost moving towards your hips, then it's the time to get the hips up. Let's hold it for about 4 or 5 breaths, if it feels pleasant. If it doesn't, get out of it immediately and try to find it again. Try to exert even amount of energy from the front of your body and the back of your body. The next inhale, again, engage the abdominals, softly putting your knees down, and child's pose. So this child's pose, just notice if it's a little easier to fold yourself in half. It should be, but if it's not, again, do keep those very props in between the knees, and as you lower your hips down towards your heels, you do want to kind of check in with everything else. If it still doesn't feel good at all, keep your arms down, keep the weight mostly on your upper arms, on your forearms. and then gradually start shifting the weight towards the lower body and see how much of your weight your lower body can take. And now, so again, I would like you guys to come on the all fours. Bring your hands forward for one more downward dog. So this downward dog is going to be a transitional downward dog. We're going to exhale, get it there. Reach down for the floor with both heels, stretching the back of the legs. And now what I would like you guys to do is start walking your feet forward to your hands in a small steps first, very small steps. See if you can start putting your heel down on the floor before any other part of your foot. So just walking until your feet get to your hands. If you have to bend your knees, it's absolutely fine. Do bend the knees. Do relax your arms. Do have your heads down. Do rest up. And slowly come on up, all the way up. So right now, I would like us to balance a little bit. And the balance is going to be sitting balance, kind of a thing. We're going to imagine like we're sitting on a chair. So first, before that balance, we're actually going to do a chair pose. So the chair pose is going to be just that. From standing upright, I'm going to turn in a profile so you can see. You're going to exhale and get your knees bent. Get your ankles bent. Get your hips bent. Get your back really straight. Push your arms down towards your hips. Push your ribs down towards your hips. Have your arms separated wide. You guys really want to rely on the large muscle groups like the glutes. Definitely the quads going to sustain your weight. Also, as you pull the shoulders back and down, it's going to be your upper back working hard. And with the next exhale, allow yourself to go into the forward bend. So you're going to slightly straighten your legs just as straight as they can come. Try to bring your hips up towards the ceiling, releasing your backs, releasing your head down. Breathe. Bend your knees and slowly start coming up. And that's going to bring us into the balancing moment right now. So the balancing moment is going to be such. You guys going to start with standing on both feet, having your feet underneath your hips. I hope you don't mind me headless, but you don't really need my head right now. And we're going to exhale and bend both knees. Simultaneously bringing the arms up and peeling your foot off the floor, lifting your knee up. So your ankle is going to cross over the other leg and your hands going to be in a namaste. Just breathing, making sure that it's still the same for you in the back. The engagement of the shoulder blades, rib cages, shoulders wide, abdominals, everything is sustaining you, holding you up. And the next exhale, relax it, release it. So to prevent you from putting the excessive weight on your knee, you guys want to use the large muscle groups again. You always want to use the muscles and rarely the bones. You're going to use your quadricep. You're going to use your glute. You're also going to pull the weight upwards as opposed to push it down. And last but not least, you always want to make sure that your knee goes directly over your toe. In the instance when you put a lot of weight on your legs, like for example staying in balance where all the weight goes on one leg, you never ever want that knee to cover your toes, or it's not going to feel good afterwards. So let's try to do it on the other side. We're gonna bring both arms up. As you exhale, lower your center of gravity. Arch your back slightly. Ready to cross. Ready to namaste. Just breathing, staying there. Making sure your body feels strong. And with the next exhale, relax. Again, arms up. Breathing in as you exhale, going all the way. Take 3 breaths again, staying in a forward bend. Again, your knees may be straight or bent, depending on what you prefer today. The head, try to drop it all the way. The shoulders and the arms, definitely the weight of those will help you to stretch your back. And as you come up, do bend the knees and come up slowly. So just one more thing I would like to bring up your attention to. As we go through those balances, I'm going to turn in a profile to you. As you are balancing, I'm going to grab the light so you can see this better. I would like your backs to be straight, and also the curves of your backs have to be pronounced. That's going to be facilitating your balance, making it easier for you to go through. And just to finish up what we're doing right now, let's have you guys lie down on your backs. And as you're lying down, let me have you extend one leg in front of you, bring the other leg to you. Flex both of your feet. Just take a few breaths. The leg you're holding, bring it up with both hands. It doesn't have to be straight. It can be bent. But it just has to feel good. So just try to find your own way to do it. Pulling it in, lengthening the other one out. And relax your feet. So let's do the other side. Drop your leg. Extend it and flex your foot. Pulling the other leg in. The foot is flexed. And here we go. Stretching that leg up. Bringing it up. Sinking the hips down. Bending the knee again, pulling it to your chest, relaxing both feet. And now let's go into the spinal twist, where you bring this knee over the other side of your body. Try to turn your head to the opposite direction from where the knee went. Try to sink yourself into the floor as you're doing this. Breathe, relax. And with the next exhale, let's deepen the abdominals in towards your back. You're going to bring yourself back onto your back and grab your other knee, bring it to the other side. So now here we go again, trying to push your leg down, trying to relax your shoulder on the floor, turning your head to the side. Just apply as much pressure as you need to that leg to get that lower back stretch. And with the next exhale, bring your leg right back where it was. Release. So take a few seconds down, just releasing the body into the floor, breathing, noticing things about yourself. And with the next exhale, bring both knees to your chest, rock yourselves right and left on your lower backs. And the easiest way to get out of that is Allow your body to roll itself on your side. Put your hand down on the floor. Engage the abdominals and the muscles of your upper body. And get yourself up to sitting. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today for our afternoon yoga sessions. Have a good afternoon. Bye.